What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Karambit from Fox Knives. It's a personal defense knife. It's my favorite knife to carry, so stay tuned. This is what the knife looks like in a folded position, and I'll just show you the size, the actual measurements of it. So from end to end is just under 6 inches when the knife is closed. And when it's open, it's a little over 8 inches. And that measurement is the entire knife from tip to the end of the ring. It does seem kind of big, but you don't really feel it in your pocket. The finish on this is a black Teflon. I've had this one for about a year. You can see the edges are a little bit marred up, but that's just from use and practicing with it. It's actually held up really well. Honestly, the part that's worn the most is this belt clip right here because it slides in and out of my pocket and rubs up against tables at work and just random things that I end up running into with my leg. But the overall quality is amazing. It's held up really well, and I have nothing to complain about. There is a smaller size, and when I first got this one, I was a little worried that it was too big. But over time, you get used to the size of it, and when really holding it in your hand, it doesn't feel all that big. I could probably get away with a smaller one since I have small hands, but anyone with average size hands or larger should probably get the bigger one. And if you're using it for personal defense, the bigger one has a longer blade, so it can really do more damage. So other than the sort of backwards curve of this knife, you can see down here is what they call the Emerson wave, and Emerson is just a company that had patented this sort of wave on the knife, and that's actually how the knife deploys when it's pulled out of your pocket, which I'll do a demonstration of. But this will actually catch on the pocket of your pants as you're pulling it out, and the knife will auto open in a sense. It won't auto open, but it'll catch on your pocket and open, so by the time you have it pulled out of your pocket, it's in the open position and ready to go. So the way you would use this knife is you would carry it in your pocket like a normal knife, as you can see right there. Whenever you're ready to pull this knife out, you grab this ring with your pointer finger, you pull up and twist outward at the same time. I'll do it slowly to show you. It will catch on your pocket and auto deploy. I'll show you one more time a little bit quicker so you can see how quickly it actually deploys. It's in your hand. This is the grip you want to use to hold it, so you can sort of slash as you're jabbing. And if it's comfortably in the hand, it feels really well. You have a nice grip on it. This ring really helps you hold the grip. If you're in an altercation and you just happen to lose control of it, it's still on your finger and you really can't get cut by it since it's hanging from that finger and your hand sort of fits nicely into this grip. So I don't normally like to do a paper test when it comes to testing knives, but I just want to show you how easily this will cut through paper because I'm sure there's going to be people that wonder. Barely any pressure at all, and it just slices right through. Now, fair warning, this knife is extremely sharp. The tip on this stays really sharp. The edge stays really sharp. So they do make practice knives that are plastic. They have the same functionality to them, so you can actually practice deploying and getting it in the ready position in case you ever need to use it. I didn't end up going that route. I haven't cut myself with it yet, and I say yet because there's still an opportunity for me to do so. My use with it isn't perfect. It's not completely smooth, but I'm getting better every day. But one of the things you need to know about this knife is a lot of people are curious about it. If they see you playing with it, practicing with it, they're going to be like, oh, what is that? I've never seen a knife like that. They're going to want to try it out. Just warn them that it's extremely sharp. It's different from any other knife that they've probably ever used. I let 2 friends check it out within 5 minutes of each other, and they both ended up cutting themselves. One did need stitches. I don't like to tell people that just because it makes me seem like a terrible knife owner just letting people play with my knives, but they're 2 people that I trusted, and I warned them that the knife is extremely sharp and it's completely different from any other knife that they've probably used, and they cut themselves. So it will fold back up like some other knives. Not all knives do this, but this little tab here just pushes over and you can fold the knife in. Fairly easy. Folds right back up and you're good to go. If you ever get into an altercation of some sort and the knife is for some reason out of your pocket, it's still pretty easy to unfold with one hand. I usually just flip it like this. I use my thumb in this hole right here flip it out. And if I can, if I have the time, I'll flip it into the fighting grip. But it will still work with the overhand grip here. It's just not as comfortable in the hand, and I feel like you can't really fight if you get in a situation with the knife like this as well as if the knife was like this in your hand. Overall, I would recommend this knife to anyone that's into personal defense, or just really, even if you're not into personal defense. It's a good thing to have just in case, because you never know when something can happen. Now, with that being said, this knife is a lot more expensive than other knives, but as I stressed before, the quality is insane. It's held up really well over a year. I practice with it a lot. I haven't had any issues with it. I'll put the link down in the description below. For Amazon, I checked the Fox Knives website and I found the knife, but it doesn't look like they're selling it on there anymore. But it is still available on Amazon for around $165, which is pretty steep for a knife, but once you actually buy it and see it and use it, you'll realize that it's worth the money. A quick close-up so you can see more of the quality on this, and keep in mind that I have had this for about a year, maybe a little over a year, so some of the nicks and the mars are going to happen. The belt loop here, not belt loop, but the pocket clip, I guess you could say, is a little worn around the edges, like I said, from running into things when it's in my pocket, but the Teflon coating on the actual blade itself is held up really well. The edge is held up really well. I haven't used this as like a regular pocket knife because it is a personal defense knife, and you really shouldn't use your personal defense knife as an everyday utility knife. And this would pretty much suck as a utility knife anyways, given the curvature of the blade. You are able to switch this to left-handed. This clip will actually go on this side. The ring is made out of that same nice steel covered in Teflon. So really the quality is top-notch. If you guys have any questions on this knife, please leave them down in the comments. If you want to see any more demonstrations using this knife, also leave those down in the comments. I'm open to doing some sort of training tutorial videos using this knife. But I think once you buy it and start practicing with it, you'll get the hang of it, and you won't really need any tutorial training videos. Thanks for watching, guys. If this video helped you or you enjoyed it in any way, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel, and comment down below.